Pichu here, bringing you highlights from the Pokemon Go at the Glen here at Watkins Glen International in New York, our third road course race of the season. On the pole today, it is the number 14 of DJ Kirker. Last time we went to a road course, Kirker was the pole sitter at Sonoma. He led every single lap and won the race. So Kirker, trying to go 2 for 3 in road courses this season, gets off to a good start here in turn 1. It's a tough road course here at the Glen. It was recently repaved, so a lot more competitive than when it was before. There's the 23 of Ethan James, has moved up to second. John Andrews, though, going to battle for that position already on the first lap. They're going side by side. Kirker already pulls away on the first lap. James trying to hang on for second. Can he do it down the S's? He will. Ethan James hangs on to that second position. First caution of the day came out down the first set of S's uphill. John Arnott got crashed and he flipped. A couple more cars involved as well, and a traffic jam, a New York style traffic jam endures on the exit of the uphill turns. Caution went out for the second time just right after the restart near the start finish line as Josh Crash got turned around. DJ Curtis was involved, Angel Navarro with damage, and a couple more cars involved in a wreck. There's Jared Lewis spinning, and Kelly Crosby also got flipped as she was trying to avoid the crash. She got involved with Alex Hawkins, and she flips upside down. And now we're back to green. A couple cars, the leaders pitted during the second caution, and Ethan James became your new leader because he stayed out of the first set of pit stops. Nikki Maxwell has moved up to the second position. Third caution came out on the same turn the first caution came from. DJ Curtis again involved in a spin with Colin Francis. Both were battling for position, but they couldn't hang on. And then on the restart after that, Emmanuel Magnuson gets spun around, exiting the first turn. Our next restart, just a few laps left here at the Glen, as Jacob Lawler gets by for a position. There's DJ Kirker running for the third position away from Robbie Bogus. Remember, a couple of these guys didn't pit early beforehand. Ethan James was one of those guys that didn't pit beforehand. So now they're going to come down pit road. Ethan James makes his way onto pit road. He gets his pit stop, and with just a few laps left, it's going to be down to pit stops here at the Glen. DJ Kirker retakes the lead. He was one of the drivers that pitted early after the second caution. And now a battle for third place. Luke Walker trying to get by Jacob Lawler. Walker, by the way, won at this track in his home track last season. The first time any TA2 driver had won at the home track of TA2. Luke Walker did that last season. Then Kirker decided to pit with a few laps to go. Surprising that because he pitted early on, but I guess the fuel and tires didn't hold up. And Ethan James goes by, retakes the lead, and DJ Kirker is gonna come back off pit road in third place, in a surprising third place. White flag in the air for Ethan James. 1 lap to go. There was never another caution again after that fourth one. Again, it was all decided on pit stops. Ethan James trying to hold off Nikki Maxwell in the final lap here at the Glen. He used pit strategy to his advantage, and I guess one pit stop wasn't enough for DJ Kirker nor the others that pitted early on. I guess that turned out to be a bad strategy, and then they ended up running out and have to come to pit road. But Ethan James was more conservative. He decided to save fuel and tires as much as he can, and he pitted during the final laps of the race, and he knew the leaders were going to have to pit again. And so he got lucky there, and he pulled off a great pit strategy, and now he's just a few turns away from collecting another victory for BK Racing in the number 23. Final turns, it doesn't look like that Nikki Maxwell's going to catch up to him, and Ethan James going to come off the final turn to win the Pokemon Go at the Glen here at Watkins Glen International. And the streak continues. We have 17 races are in the books now, and 17 different winners to start the season. The streak continues as you see the final results from the Glen. Impressive considering that wins now matter more in the points since there's no chase, by the way, in the series. Ethan James, a winner, a much needed boost in points for the 23 team, and he collects the win here at the Glen. Our next race will be at Kentucky Speedway. We'll be going down in the bluegrass at Kentucky for our next race. Hopefully it'll be much better than what it was last season because it is a different Kentucky. I'm hoping that it works this time. So anyway, we will see you guys at Kentucky. The points are coming up. We'll see you then. And as Ethan James celebrates the win here at the Glen. See you at Kentucky.